The policy findings for this poster. As part of this research, equality, diversity and inclusion policies reviewed at international, national and amongst our partner institutes to ascertain how each of these were incorporated into the delivery of doctorate degrees. The policy documents for each of these institutes was reviewed in relation to whether they had an EDI policy in place, whether that EDI policy referenced doctorate students, and whether they were staff or student focused. From a policy perspective, the Bologna policy referenced diversity, not equality or inclusion, and its reference to diversity related to a kind of a global branding of study in Europe based on the strengths of the European higher education system, and it didn't incorporate objectives with regard to equality and inclusion, and how the objectives of it were to be incorporated into higher education wasn't clarified. The Irish Universities Association committed to a charter in 2018, and that was to grow and develop university education systems for this and future generations of students. The charter identifies 6 central objectives and commits to delivering a fit-for-purpose university system. However, the reference to increased equality and diversity in that system related to staff as opposed to a research student perspective. The equality, diversity and inclusion policies for Letterkenny Institute of Technology, IT Sligo, and GMIT were also reviewed, all of which committed to promoting, advancing and implementing equality of opportunity and non-discrimination in access to and participating in teaching and learning. And they all recognise the importance of that and uphold the principles and areas of expertise that institute staff have freedom to hold and express opinion. But all 3 institutes referenced EDI as mainstream and are integral to strategic planning and operation decision making. However, they don't have a specific EDI policy in place for doctorate students. They all tend to be staff focused and not student focused in relation to employment practices and procedures. And although they seek to embed inclusiveness within all activities and academic practices, for example, Centres for Enhanced Learning and Teaching, they are centred on undergraduate students and not postgraduate or doctorate level students. So to conclude, the findings of the policy review, the considerations of EDI have not been incorporated into a specific and targeted policy for doctorate students in any of the institutes, and the focus to date appears to be on the recruitment of staff.